this week's episode of Speedway The Inside Dirt sees us at Max Motors Wellington Family Speedway for the North Island Super Saloon Champs. We take flight to Ruapuna Speedway for War of the Wings Sprint Car Series. Wanganui Speedway Committee member Dion Mooney has a chat with us about the upcoming Elite Mechanical New Zealand Superstock Champs. And Robertson Holden International Speedway track manager Brian Peklowski has some parting words heading into championship season.
Morris Cowling, great to have you back at Team Row tonight for the North Islands tonight, the North Island Super Saloons, and then the Burger King Series tomorrow night. Team manager for the 1 and 2 NZ.
Yeah, busy time, that's for sure. Yeah, look, it's great to be back here. Spent a lot of times here in the early days, so it's a favourite visit for us.
Excellent. I see your mates Lance Jennings and Mickey Quinn are still out there racing. No thoughts of jumping in the car yourself?
Occasionally I do. There's a little bit of back issues that aren't too keen on that stuff, so yeah, I'll get back in at some stage this year, but these two are too fast for me now. I've got to accept a little bit of age somewhere.
Well, not only are they too fast for you, they're too fast for damn near everybody. The question I keep getting asked whenever we go to Super Saloons is who's going to beat the Cowlings, and the answer is often nobody.
Well, yeah, look, we had a really good run last year, but this is a whole clean sheet, new lot this year again, so we haven't done a whole lot of racing. We got beaten last weekend, so it can happen. You know, Mickey was really quick with his car, so it'll be interesting to see what tonight's like.
Now, unlike most of the guys out there, your cars don't mind it when they get slick, does it?
When it gets slick, no, give us slick any day. We love the slick track.
Yeah, and you see that your boys, they both stay down on the pole line. They're not out wide. They're not Mr. Spectacular, but they get the job done, yeah?
Yeah, though, you know, they can do it up top as well. You know, Chris proved it last year pretty much with a lot of outside passing as well. So, like, we enjoy a slick racetrack. A good wide slick racetrack is always good. So, this place looks pretty good and strong tonight, so I think it'll be a bit different.
Mate, you've picked up 1 and 2 NZ. You must be extremely proud of the boys.
Oh, yeah, I mean, no one could plan that one. It was we were stunned for about a week afterwards, so we'd actually managed to do it. Yeah, it was a great night, for sure.
How much of that championship's won in the sheds and how much is won on the track?
Look, it's the whole combination. It's car, it's setup, it's Stephen and Chris as well. There's just everything has to work perfectly and the luck has to be on your side as well.
Trouble mid-corner.
Marty Halcrow, welcome back to Team Aurora, bud. Home track, almost?
Yeah, well, 30 years at this place, 31, maybe 32, but yeah, it's we haven't turned a wheel here for a little while.
Excellent. You've bought basically an up-spec saloon car this weekend for the North Island Champs.
Yeah, well, the Super dropped the piston at Miani at the beginning of the season there, and we've just been trying to piece together enough bits to build another motor and build another brand new short block as well, you know. So.
What have you done to this car tonight that would make it illegal in a saloon car?
Oh, basically all we've done is change the carburetor on it to a carb that works mechanically, opens the secondaries rather than a vacuum secondaries carburetor. We're in the Burger King tomorrow night as well. We may change the clutch to a triple plate tomorrow night if it proves to be competitive. You know, it's the track. The track will really be what makes it fast or slow. You know.
Hopefully there should be quite a bit of drive out there tonight. Will that suit you or not?
No, we definitely don't want drive. Okay, rough and slick. Okay, that would be what the little engines would love the best.
What you wanted is that modified track last week then?
Yeah, probably. I did watch that on video. That was pretty dusty.
Hey Marty Halcrow, best of luck in the North Island Champs. Bit of an unknown package tonight for you, but best of luck.
Hey, I've driven it before in proper saloon trim, and it is a good car. It's done 16.2 around here in the past, so if that track's a 16.2 tonight and this car can still do a 16.2, we'll be there.
You're near the back in the first race, I believe?
Yeah, that's right, good 8, so I'm quite happy about being there because unknown package. I don't want all the fast boys up my bum if the thing's not going to take throttle at the beginning of the race, so yeah.
Mickey Quinn down here for the North Island Super Saloon Champs at Timarua tonight. Got an interesting wee car, and I hear you had a bit of success at Bay Park last week.
Yeah, we did. We won the first round of the BK Pro Dirt Series, which was good. The car was good there. So we're pretty happy with it to this point.
Excellent. Pretty radical sort of a car. It's basically a late model with the engine moved forward, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, in New Zealand, our engine placement is 7 inches further forward than where the engine would be on an American late model, but we got together with Barry Wright over there in South Carolina, and he built us a car to New Zealand specs.
Was that much different for him? Did he have to do much design work to make that fit?
Yeah, there were. There are quite a few other changes besides the motor placement, and luckily for us, Barry embraced the idea, something different, I guess. He's 68 years old, and he built his first race car when he was 12, so...
Right, can you show us some of the toys you have from the cockpit while you're driving?
Well, funnily enough, the American late models don't have as many things to fiddle with because their rules are tougher like that. They're not allowed adjustable shocks in the cockpit. What we can adjust while we're driving is we can have 3 or 4 wheel brakes, so we can shut the right front brake off, which we'll do when the track's heavy or, a bit wet. And also we can adjust the balance from front to rear. But basically that's it.
Right, and you got basically running a 4-bar system, I believe. Just tell us about that.
Yeah, what the 4-bar refers to is the 4 forward links going forward off the rear end, off the diff. So 2 links each side off a bird cage. So basically the angles you run those bars at is what gives you the traction. The more angle, it's just a physical thing, the more downforce on that tyre,
Right, so getting the right rear down is the important thing with these cars, yeah?
Well, because you can rear steer them, you can use less stagger. The left rear doesn't have to be that much smaller than the right rear.
Right, is there a payoff there getting down the straight quicker then, because you're not having to run as much stagger?
There is, and also, nothing has as much traction as a 4-bar. That system really provides more traction than, say, like a cross-torsion setup in a sprint car, for example.
Right, so the crowd tonight will notice that your car flexes a lot more than most of the other ones out there, yeah?
They do, because they get up on the left rear and they drive on the right front. That's what steers them, so you'll notice the car's right over on the right front and up on the left rear, and that's how it's meant to be.
How does it affect you in traffic when you're on the gas, off the gas, on it again?
Yeah, back in the early days they had issues with the 4-bar cars in traffic, but now the Americans have been running them since back really in the 90s, maybe even longer. And they've kind of sorted most of that out now. A lot better shocks and all that's go with it.
So it's not a car that needs a wider track anymore?
No, they are a lot more manoeuvrable than they were in early days for sure.
Whole bunch of horsepower out there towards 800, sometimes more than 800 horsepower under the hoods of these things.
Okay.
So mark picture on grid number 1. On the outside of him, Chase Rodder. Been away from the sport for a while, but he's been back in here for a couple of years. Who gets the best start? Chase Rodder gets a good start here in the 33 car. And blasted it down to the pole line ahead of Mark Mitchell. Look at this. Steve Flynn already around the outside.
Chase Rodder started out in Wellington, ended to the lead to start.
So Steve Flynn is already chasing the outside group. In the 5 car, the Burger King number 5. Up the inside of him, though, goes Burson. Burson now in the 3 New Zealand car. Charges to the inside of Steve Flynn. Look, these two go side by side. Who's next? Here comes the 2 New Zealand. Chris Calvin.
He's going to go down the inside. Oh, so close. Side by side they go to turn 3. Who's going to win this one?
Steve Flynn's not coming up there on the outside. He's staying with it here. Good driving by Steve Flynn. Keeps his foot hard in it.
I think he might have hit it. Got ahead of the number 5. And it's close racing. It is a long.
Steve Flynn and Chris Calvin absolutely glued together there. He didn't actually touch it. Driving.
Mark Mitchell's right up behind the 33. In fact, I think he's probably got some damage on the front of his car. He's actually hit 33 flat again. That was just really close.
So it's getting wide inside here. I think Chase Rodder's car is actually going away a little bit. So everybody wants to get on with the job here.
Look at that, down the inside. Mark Mitchell loses second.
Side by side, Chris Kelly up the inside, he goes and pitch, gets the job done as well, so he's moved. He came from way back to where he started from, the 6th place, and he now runs up in the 3rd. So nice job by Chris Kelly. Round the outside now, here we go. Oh, that is amazing. Mercer, beautiful job, just dives the car to the outside of turn number 3, and blasts around the outside of Chase Rodder, and off he goes into the sunset.
Boy, he's got some speed on this, and he's already got quite a gap over the rest of the field.
Right, so Chris Kelly can see what's happening here. Here comes Chris Kelly now, winding up the brakes on the outside. It's turn number 1, he comes. Beautiful job. Pretty effortless, really. Look, the job done.
And Mark Mitchell relegated back to 5th place. Look at those guys up there, they're just taking it away.
Listen to this thing. Burson's made it sound good. He's out of here. What's happening in the 2 car? The bonnet, half of the bonnet's gone up on the Chris Kelly car.
And he's steaming as well. He's got some radiator damage. Just see if he can make it through the rest of the race.
1 lap to go, so it looks like he can do it.
He can't see where he's going.
What a shame. So Chase Rodder still in 2nd place. He's been fighting with everybody. Here comes Steve Flynn on the outside. Is he going to get it done by the time they get to the flag? That'll be a photo finish.
The grid position starting from grid number 1. It's the 73 car, Sean Action Ashton. Outside of him, the Flying Farmer. 64C, Matt Honeywell. Grid number 3, the Duff Man, Jamie Duff in the 19C car. Outside of him, 75 Ian, it's Slammin' Sam O'Callaghan. And then we go back to grid number 5, the 59 car, Caleb Bourne. Grid number 6 is Chester, that's Nigel Colvin in the 42T car, and from grid number 7 in the Value Cars Warehouse 32C, it is Martin Harcourt. From grid 8, Mean Gene Spooner in the 37C car. Alicia Hill will start from grid number 9 in the 6N car, and outside her is the 44C of Alan Chapman, starting from the rear seat of the bus, the dicky seat. It's the 91T of Andy Erskine from Cromwell. Here we go, eyes down and looking, folks. We do go green, and it's Honeywell. He gets a terror of a start from the front. Slammin' Sam O'Callaghan in second. Oh, the Duff Man, he got all knotted up. He's drifted back to 5th. 1 lap down. It's Honeywell leading the way. O'Callaghan second. Ashton in 3rd. Caleb Bourne in 4th. The track is in great condition. Let's hope we can hang on to that, because they are using every inch of it as they go. It's Honeywell out wide. Slammin' Sam O'Callaghan hits the front in the Lakeland glass car. What a move by O'Callaghan. He's down in the 13-second bracket, and he is pulling away like Billy the Bus. But it's O'Callaghan, Honeywell, Ashton, Look further back, Nigel Colvin. He's sitting there now in the 5th position. In 6th, it's Harcourt. Alicia Hill has muscled her way up into 7th. The lap's counting down quickly. But O'Callaghan, he's right up on the tail of Alan Chapman, Andy Erskine and Gene Spooner. A little bit of smoke coming out of the Spooner car. Let's hope that's nothing too major, because Spooner's putting in some great laps. Callahan just getting knotted up a little. He's got a very, very commanding lead over Honeywell. Ashton in 3rd, Bourne in 4th, Colvin in 5th. 6th is Martin Harcourt, and 7th is Alicia Hill. Alicia, she's starting to make big inroads, closing quickly onto the tail of the Harcourt car. The starter goes for the white flag. We go white next time round. O'Callaghan, he's knotted up in behind Spooner. Here comes Honeywell making the big last gasp charge. He's closing the gap with every turn of the wheel. It's O'Callaghan, Honeywell, Ashton, down the back chute they go past the Value Cars Grandstand, through the Stadium Finance corner. Checkered flag time. It's Slam and Sam O'Callaghan takes the win. 2nd place, the 64 of Matt Honeywell, and 3rd, the 73 of Sean Ashton.
This Friday night at Western Springs Speedway, starting at 5:45 p.m, is the United Truck Parts International Midget Series and New Zealand TQ Champs. Support classes include sprint cars, F2 midgets and Kiwi kids. Then on Sunday night at Western Springs Speedway, starting at 5:45 p.m, is the United Truck Parts International Midget Series World 50 Lapper. Support classes include TQs, sprint cars, F2 midgets and Kiwi kids. This Saturday night at Bay Park Speedway, starting at 7 p.m, is the South Pacific Super Saloon Champs. This Friday night at Oceanview Family Speedway, starting at 6 p.m, is the New Zealand Superstock Championships qualifying. Then on Saturday night, starting at 6:30 p.m, is the finals of the New Zealand Superstock Championship. Who will make it out of the first corner and stand out from the best and be crowned New Zealand #1? Support classes on finals night are the Youth Mini Stock Best Pairs. This Saturday night at Eastern State Speedway is the Production Saloon 2K Cup and Street Stock Challenge Cup teams raced against Nelson. Support classes include street cars, stock cars and saloons. This Friday night at Ruapuna Speedway, starting at 6 p.m, is the sprint car Salute to Goody, starring American and New Zealand champion Buddy Kofoid. Support classes include quarter midgets, 6 shooters, TQs and modified sprints. Then on Saturday night, the Sprint Car Gold Cup, starring American Buddy Kofoid. Support classes include 6 shooters, TQs, modified sprints and midgets.
Robert New Zealand champion on the outside of the front row, Steve from Steve Caroline. On the inside of East New Zealand champion Don Reary from Wellington. House Woodlands, number 21. Generation driver. They just really pointed to a continue to the formation. This is going to carry on here. House Woodlands, number 21, Don Reary behind him. The 8 Harris and Wardell. Another second generation driver. Number 2 in bursting down there to the, up the inside of the group. So the 2 and the 3 right up the front here. They're on 2 wheels through turns 1 and 2. It's Chris Cowan from Tauranga. It's bursting from Nelson.
I tell you what, when he does this,
Burston's looking pretty good there too. He's looking for a place to run. Of course, Chris Cowley's got that problem again. He doesn't know what's going on behind him, so he's running down to the next side down the line of a line. He's trying to check the line, isn't he? There's hard to get on the outside. Burston will go for it. So still it is in third place, Kelly. Right behind him, though, this time it's Steve Flynn all over the back now. The 27 goes, so Steve Flynn at the bird count, number 5. He's a master as well. Kicking off the 5B car. All over the back of that still, just in front of him. Still remains the same in front. White flag is out.
That's going to happen in between Wellington and number 3.
Yeah, the 3 car is actually faster at this point. He just can't get it done. In the mid corner, he was quicker there, but here we come down to the checkers.
Moving on to the grid positions, this is heat number 2, Hydrolink War of the Wings, and it is Group 2 against Group 1, so the first time we're going to get to see some of these drivers tonight. Grid position, starting from grid number 1, Ben Gilmore in the 83, and from grid number 2, Alicia Hill in the 6N car. Grid 3, 44T, that is Daniel Anderson, and outside of him it is a Value Cars Warehouse 32C, Martin Harcourt. Jacob Brownlee's tougher than goat's knees. You will find him at grid 5 in the 23C car, and Caleb Bourne in the 59C from 6. Grid number 7, it's the 8C of Nathan Roberts, beside him the Duff Man, and grid number 9, the 95 of Ray Bourne, Sean Action Ashton. Back on track tonight in the 73C car from 10, and Paddy North in the 46E will start his War of the Wings heat number 2 from grid number 11. We have got a 12-lap white knuckle ride headed our way. Heat 2 Hydrolink War of the Wings sprint cars presented by RA Sharing. Here we go. And big bad Ben Gilmore, he leads the charge down through the Yukon Diesel Services Town Bend. Oh, making big moves in the night. It's the 59 off Caleb Bourne, sitting there in fourth spot. The Duff Man made a bit of a cross-country excursion there, getting the Hilty car under control. A lot of work for him to do. Alicia Hill in second. In third, it's Dan Anderson in the Fairview 44 car. He does sit there in third. Caleb Bourne still sitting there in fourth. Martin Harcourt right hard on his locker there in fifth. Then we go back to Sean Ashton. The Duff Man looks like he's got the Hilty car under control. He's sitting there in seventh spot right now. A lot of work to do for the Duff Man. Certainly king of the kids here. Here comes Anderson, winding it up down past the Value Cars Warehouse stand. They go through Stadium Finance Brisbane. Two together. That was Alicia Hill and Martin Harcourt. Ray Bourne, he got tagged in that action. Looks like Ray's got a flat front tyre. Alicia manages to keep her car mobile. He loves to go, and it's about now he goes. We've got the restart. Still 6 laps to go in heat number 2. Hydrolink War of the Wings. And Anderson, he's going to try and make the top side move. Doesn't quite get close enough to make anything stick. So it's still Gilmore, Anderson, and Caleb Bourne. The Dockyard Brawl is about to be joined by the Duff Man. He's got the 19 car hooked up. Big pass around the top there. And Daniel Anderson's got his nose in front. Sprint car, heat race action. Drifts out high, wide and handsome. Look at the scrap going on for the minor money. It's Ben Gilmore and the Duff Man. White flag comes out. 1 to go. Daniel Anderson. Oh, Duffy squares the corner off, makes the charge down low. What a classic move by the Duff Man. The fan club erupt. A little too late. Checkered flag time, folks. Daniel Anderson takes the win. Second place is going to go to Jamie Duff. In third is 83, and that is Ben Gilmore. Stellar drive by Gilmore.
Dion Mooney's here tonight, but Dion, as well as being the pilot of 6V, also on the committee of the Wanganui Stock Car Club at Oceanview Speedway. And of course the big one, mate, for you is coming up really very, very early January. This is something very special for the club. It's fantastic to be able to hold the New Zealand Supers there.
Oh, for sure. You know, we don't get it, you know, once every 12, 13 years. Yeah. Little clubs get to do it. I don't know if the little clubs will get to do it for much longer all the time. Yeah. So we've got to take these opportunities when they arise and make the most of it. So
how did the organisation grab it with both hands? Where did you start and how long ago was it?
Oh, we really started organising for this probably 12, 16 months ago, 18 months ago, really. Yeah, it takes that long to get things done and get things organised, and we're still ticking off boxes now.
See, the funny thing about it is people think, well, it's only 2 nights of racing, how hard can it be?
It's just organisation and everything, and talking, and trying to remember what you did last time, get hints off other tracks that how best things worked and make it easier for ourselves.
Did you expect this kind of response?
I thought we'd be up in the numbers. I think we'll still probably lose 10 before we get there, which will probably be better for us group-wise, and maybe for the numbers be a bit better, but it's been a good response, yeah.
Because the track's interesting, you know, it's a bit unique, it's a bit different to a lot of other tracks. Everybody, whenever you talk about Wanganui, they say that corner just past the pit gate can contest them.
Oh yeah, it'll be the one to watch on the first 4 laps anyway, the first corner. But it's the best track in the country. We've had great service. Mike Annabelle's done an awesome job in keeping it prepped for us, and it's been awesome all year so far.
Mate, the response, I understand already, one of your grandstands is pretty much sold out.
Yeah, we put 540 seats on top of turn 1, and they've all pretty much all gone for Saturday night, and I think there's a few Friday night ones left to go.
So what would you say to people that are going to come across and have a look?
Come early, find a good park. You know, if you've got reserved seating, you probably still want to get there a little bit early to get a good park, so you don't have to stay in a line for so long. Just be patient.
Is the parking? There's plenty of parking around the place because, you know, in the past you've only got a bit in the track area.
Yeah.
A lot of people parking on the road. I understand somebody's opened up a paddock or something for motorhomes or something.
Yeah, our neighbour that's right next door to the track, he's opened up his paddock for motorhomers, and I think I've got about 17 going in there at the moment. So there will be cars be able to go in there. There's a paddock straight across the road. There's an army paddock down the bottom of the hill. The airport paddocks. So there's a few paddocks there of good parking.
Now, you won't be running into it yourself, but I guess you'll have plenty to do outside of it.
Yeah, well, I'm head scrutineer over there as well, so I'll be busy on that side of it for the 2 days.
So, when you look around, the event, as you would expect, has attracted the creme de la creme of drivers all over the country, and it might be easier picking lotto, wouldn't it be?
Oh, I think so. You know, look at some of the groups. You know, Group 5, there's 12 guys in there. You probably automatically put into the final straight away, and they're fighting for 5 spots.
But would you? That's the problem. You know, you'd say he's got to qualify. Surely he's got the car, he's got the ability. Yeah. But then, you know, the luck sometimes just gives out.
Yeah, and that's Wanganui's probably a unique track that's going to probably sort a few as well, I think. Yeah.
Argument would be though, everybody's got the same track to race on.
Yes, for sure. They've all got the same one.
A little bit of experience, a little bit of cunning would not go amiss.
Oh yeah, just probably a little bit of patience on the racetrack too, and not rush into the corner so fast like everybody else, and just drive it.
Yeah. If you're a bit late going into the corner, or you brake a bit early or something, you've got the freight train concept right up into the wall. If you get out by the wall, that could be your race.
Yeah, I was just talking to one of our guys today, and he says, "What do you think I should do if I'm in here?" And I said, "I'll drive towards the wall and use it. You know, no point getting pushed into it. Use it to your advantage, and not bounce off you. Hopefully, you know." So.
And the last question I'm going to ask you is, who do you think is going to take it out? Because that will be asking you for the lotto numbers for next week.
You're not wrong there. For the cars that we've had here this year, you know, you probably can't go past one of those Rees cars. They are super quick around Wanganui. Yeah, and they seem to take a hit and they just keep on moving. They just don't seem to shudder or anything.
And that's going to be the secret. Dependability. Dependability is going to be the big thing, isn't it? You've got to be able to take a hit and still keep going.
Yeah, well, some of the cars you watch, they take a hit and the car wobbles all over the place, where they seem to hit things and then they just keep on motoring, and it doesn't affect them, mate.
It's going to be the big thing. But, mate, congratulations to the club. I know there's a huge amount of work gone in, and best wishes for one of the best ever. It certainly won't be through lack of man hours and lack of willing on the committee side of things. And there's going to be lots and lots of people there. It's going to be probably the biggest meeting you've ever had, isn't it?
Probably the biggest one I can probably remember as an adult, I think, realistically. All the others have probably been a bit of a blur most of the time, but been really involved in this one, probably you notice it a bit more.
It's going to be fantastic, and as long as everything, all the stuff in the background comes together, all the infield stuff, all the lap counting, all the electronics, all of that stuff, as long as it all comes together, we should have a great couple of nights.
Yeah, for sure, you know, and that's one thing about the electronics is that us as manpower can't really control it. When it wants to go funny, it'll go funny, you know. And but like I say, people just got to be patient. We'll get the result right, and it won't be a problem.
I remember many years ago there was a problem with it, and I don't think we had the final result till about 2 a.m. or something, but it was very late. But hey, that electronics can do that as well.
Yeah, it's for sure. As soon as the electronics go down, you've got to go back through your videos, then your manual lap scoring, and just to make sure you've got it right.
Just takes time.
Yeah, time.
Mate, all the best to the club. It's going to be a fantastic couple of nights. We're looking forward to it. And, gee, I hope everything goes well for you.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
All the best. There he is, Dion Mooney. He's the pilot of 6V. Doesn't have the Super anymore. He won't be racing, but he'll be behind the scenes. He'll be part of the committee. He'll be doing the scrutineering, and I guess a million other things that come up for a meeting the calibre of the New Zealand Superstocks for this current season.
The grid positions for heat number 3, Hydrolink War of the Wings sprint cars. Starting from grid number 1, 91T, Andy Erskine. From grid 2, the 46E of Paddy North. Grid 3 is 44C, Alan Chapman. And starting out at grid number 4, 95, Ray Bourne. Grid 5 is Gene Spooner in the 37 car. And grid 6, the 8C of Nathan Roberts. Grid 7, 42T, Nigel Colvin, and grid number 8, 23, and that is Jacob Brownlee's. Grid 9, Slammin' Sam O'Callaghan in the 75 car, and Daniel Anderson in the 44T will start from grid number 10. From grid 11, Matt Honeywell in the 64C, and starting from grid number 12, in the Silver Bullet, it is 83C, Ben Gilmore.
So lots to play for in the sprint car War of the Wings. Tell me, AJ, what are they actually playing for in the whole series itself?
Yeah, around $70,000 in prize money.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
that's just grown and grown, hasn't it?
It has. This year we've cut down a few rounds, but we've still got one more at Ruapuna in April. We'll head up to Nelson in late March. We're doing a double header, Blenheim and Nelson. Also one at Greymouth. Really looking forward to that one on the 1st of February. Going to uncharted waters as far as the sprint cars go. They haven't raced over there for quite some time, and really looking forward to that. Nothing else going on, so let's head to Greymouth.
Greymouth for a sprint car going around Greymouth. Wow, that'll be quite the sight actually. A nice wee tight track. Plenty of grip over there though. Yeah,
it will be the Wild West. Tonight, RA Shearing Contractors presenting the Hydrolink Sprint Car War of the Wings. Round number 2. Mother Nature won the first round. Tonight we're going to have a fresh winner. Here we go, folks. Heat number 3. Well, turn them loose. Great start. And it's Andy Erskine down low in the 91. Track going to be a little bit dusty for this one. Visibility will be hard. Oh, Daniel Anderson just got a little bit of a hurry up from Ben Gilmore as Operation Desert Storm was going on for guys near the back of the field. But it's Andy Erskine leading the way. Paddy North in second, and third it's Alan Chapman. Fourth is the 37 car of Gene Spooner. Pass for the lead. It's Paddy North leading the way. Still relishing that first meeting feature win here in the MD Freighting 46 car, and Paddy's just starting to make a bit of a break on them. Racetrack has slickened up somewhat, so the times have gone down. Paddy North, he's waltzing away from them. He's got pretty much the length of the back straight on his opponents. Andy Erskine still hanging on to that second spot. Here comes Harry. Alan Chapman in the 44 car. He just loves that top part of the racetrack. And the break of one season has done him the world of good. Daniel Anderson, all he's succeeding in doing, he's trying to make something happen up high, but he's just crop dusting the crowd. Oh, Chapman, there's contact. oh, how did that happen? He managed to keep going. It was Andy Erskine went around, big spin in front of the field. rode the concrete wall, the green stayed on, and Paddy is just waltzing away from them. A 3.1 second advantage. Chapman still hanging on to second. What a great drive by him. O'Callaghan has come through from 9 on the grid and is sitting in third. So white flag comes out. Just a couple of 100 metres to go. War of the Wings heat race, win number 2 for Paddy North. Second place will go to Alan Chapman. O'Callaghan in third.
All the best to all the competitors what are going to New Zealand titles in the new year. Good luck. Fly the flag for the P. It'll be good. See a couple of titles back in Palmy. And our next meeting, 11th of January, Parts World, New Zealand Sprint Car Champs, one night only. And following that, 18th, the Global Challenge. So plenty coming up in the new year. Obviously next week we'll go over to Wanganui and support them. Be a great event, and see you back on the 11th. Thanks very much.
Let's start with the lineup. We will start from back going forward, starting from grid number 17. He is in the 08 car. It is Nathan Roberts from Christchurch. In grid 16, 91T, Andy Erskine. From grid number 15 in the 32 value cars warehouse machine, that is Martin Harcourt. And Mean Gene Spooner starts the feature race from grid 14 in the 37C car. Jacob Brownlee is another of the sprint car rookies, putting on a terrific show, this fella. In the 23C car, he will start from grid 13 and grid 12. In the Silver Bullet, it's 83, Big Bad Ben Gilmore. In grid 11, 42T, Nigel Colvin. From grid number 10, 95C, Ray Bourne. And Alicia Hill will start from grid number 9 in the 6N car. Grid 8, 73C, Sean Action Ashton. And the Flying Farmer, Matt Honeywell, will start from grid 7 in the 64C car. From grid 6, it's the Duff Man, Jamie Duff, in the 19C car, the winningest driver in Hydrolink War of the Wings sprint car history. He has got a mammoth job in front of him. Grid number 5, 75N, Sam O'Callaghan. Grid 4, 46E, Paddy North. Grid number 3, 44C, Alan Chapman. Grid 2, 44T, Daniel Anderson. And starting from the pole position, 59C, Caleb Bourne. Sit down and hold on, folks. Get ready for it. Let's get ready to rumble. It's sprint car feature time. And O'Callaghan goes cross-country onto the infield, regains his composure, but he's drifted back to about 5th slot right now. Oh boy, we've gone yellow. We've gone yellow. Not happy with the start. Up to the white chalk line, green flag flies. This time it was Chapman that ended out going slightly onto the grass, but Caleb Bourne, he leads the charge. Daniel Anderson, he's already got several Hydrolink War of the Wings sprint car feature victories under his belt in his illustrious career. So it's Anderson leading the way. In second spot, Caleb Bourne. Bourne down low. Bourne's got his nose in front. Drag race. Oh, we've got drama.
Yeah, big drama down the far end, AJ. So
okay, the field lines up. We've gone green again. Still no laps in the books. It is Caleb Bourne, Daniel Anderson picking up where they left off with the aborted attempt this one. Here's a couple of cars got together. It's Ray Bourne and the 42 of Colvin. Okay, let's see. What do they say? Third time lucky. Let's watch the action unfold. It's Caleb Bourne, Daniel Anderson, the Duff Man, the 19 car going up high wide, already mounting a challenge. They all successfully make their way around through the Stadium Finance Prison Bend. Slamming Sam O'Callaghan, starting to mount a bit of a charge because he will have the elbows up. Can't say he's got a wheel over the pole line. The wheel's about 3 foot up in the air. So it is Caleb Bourne leading the way. Daniel Anderson in second. Matt Honeywell, Jamie Duff and Paddy North. Paddy North is having an absolute barn burner of a night tonight in the 46 car. So you got Caleb Bourne running the bottom part of the track, and the man trying to keep the momentum up on the high line, it's Daniel Anderson. 20 laps gone. 20 to go. Look at the battle going on. Duff in third, Paddy North in fourth. Duff going out high. Is the door going to be left wide open for him? Paddy North, he's trying hard. Duff going up on the high stuff, trying to keep momentum. He drifts out. North through to third. Our race leader is still Caleb Bourne. Daniel Anderson in second. The guy making the moves in the night, it's Paddy North in the MD freighting car, and he is going like a robber's dog there in third place. Jamie Duff in fourth, and fifth it's Honeywell. Alan Chapman, he's starting to come into the picture, as is the 83 of Ben Gilmore. Gilmore sitting in that sixth spot, lap traffic time. So Caleb Bourne puts a lap on the 08 of Nathan Roberts. Next cab off the ramp will be the 37 of Gene Spooner. The key battle is that one right now, but for second and third between Anderson and North. Anderson is just stretched the advantage out to about 5 car lengths, preferring to run the high line around through Stadium Finance Prison Bend. But Paddy, he's starting to make the bottom part of the track. He's right up on the tail of Anderson. They're closing in on Bourne. Bourne just up onto the tail of Spooner. Oh, we've got a barn burner of a race developing here, folks. It's Caleb Bourne. Couple of lapped cars between himself and Paddy North and Daniel Anderson. Oh, this is dirt track poetry in motion. What a race we're having tonight. RA Shearing and Company, Hydrolink, War of the Wings. Paddy's up into second. Daniel Anderson in third. Caleb Bourne, now just one car between him and Paddy North. 4 to go, and Caleb Bourne, the third generation sprint car racer. He's got the luxury of one lapped car between him, 2 lap cars between himself and Paddy North. Paddy trying valiantly to make something happen. Sean Ashton sitting in 6th. A stunning drive by Ashton in his return to racing. Likewise Gilmore in 5th. Neither of them intended racing much this season. White flags getting ready to fly, folks. It's our race leader. Caleb Bourne is going to get the white flag shortly. Just one more to go. Oh, this is going to be a whale of a party. Let's bring them home. Caleb Bourne. Oh, big charge around by Anderson. He's not going to make anything stick. Caleb Bourne takes the win. Second place goes to Paddy North. Third is the 44 of Daniel Anderson. Jamie Duff into fourth. Ben Gilmore fifth. Sean Ashton in sixth.
Outside of him will be Steve Flynn in the 5B car. Donald Gregory will be the next one. He'll go from 5, and alongside him is young buddy
Sam, fresh out of the race car, man, 25 laps. I don't know if you could see behind you, but you were just holding on, only just.
Yeah, it was pretty tough out there with the bumps. It was pretty hard to hold on. Yeah, and sort of, ran all over the racetrack. Could sort of see Chris coming underneath me and bursting at times. So just, best thing there was just hug the pole line and hope that they didn't go around the outside.
Mate, the rollover and the red light associated with it came at the worst possible time for you.
Yeah, hey, like you said, I didn't see anyone behind me, so I don't know how far back they are. So, the caution is good. It gives us a chance to make a few adjustments in the car, and it's a bit hard to do when you're out driving. So, yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, you had Burson right up on you, and also Cowling as well, and pretty big names to keep behind you, but you did well.
Yeah, definitely. Burson was flying in the heats, and I managed to get the jump on him in the start, and I always knew that if I get to the front, it was going to be a hard track to pass on. Being so rough. So, yeah.
I noticed you were keeping it low towards the end of the race, keeping it low into the corners and in the middle of the straights. Yeah,
as the race went on, I sort of, the top was sort of going away a little bit. The safest option was just to hug the bottom and, hope that they're struggling behind us.
Excellent. Hey, Sam Wardell, well done. That was a brave effort to hang on to that win. Basically, it was a real good effort. And dare say the upper arms are feeling it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's like a motocross track out there. The arms is definitely a bit sore tonight, but yeah, we'll look forward to tomorrow night now.